Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. And why do I have pillow here? Because I felt like it. Not because this pillow to me kind of looks like historical, kind of old style. And I said today, instead of doing the hat thing, I'm gonna do pillow thingy. So yeah, it's kind of like to immaculate, to pretend that this is historical time. I'm having a historical period historical pillow in my view. Okay, so as you can see from the title, this is my review. No, my gush, my just so amazing gush of Emma Farrell's A Lady Would Know Better. It just came out yesterday, and I finished it more or less yesterday. But okay, so it's an 11-hour audiobook. I finished 8 of those hours yesterday, and then finish it today. And honestly, it's amazing, amazing. So, okay, a bit of backstory here. Emma Farrell also wrote Rebel Rose, which is amazing Beauty and the Beast sequel book. That's YA. This is her adult debut, and also like it's actually been on my radar for a while because I'm one of those people. I like to see what movies also, but like what books are coming out. So I often Google books coming 2025 or upcoming books and whatnot, and I find different lists that way. And of course, as people do on my phone. And sometimes I kind of look through my pictures and I see, oh yeah, that's a cover I've been looking to. That's the book I've been looking to read. And then I went through my covers like a few days ago. For like, oh, this picture is from like last January or like a while ago. Maybe it was like in May. Yeah, a long time ago. I had to scroll a lot back to find it. So yeah, the cover has been there in my radar in my mind for a while. And then I saw Crystal Books do a video of her anticipated reads, this one being one of them. And I thought, oh yeah, I remember that cover because the cover is so beautiful. And I thought, let's see if my audiobook app has it. It did. Often my audiobook app has all the books. I love it so much. So I clicked on play yesterday and I listened to it all of yesterday. Well, all of yesterday. Yesterday I also went swimming and then after that I went to after that, I was at home doing Jigsaw puzzle and listened and listened and listened. And oh my god, this book, it's perfection. It's pure perfection. Okay, now you're thinking like, okay, so what's the deal with this book? Okay, so the backstory is that it's about Jane and, it's about Jane and Jasper. Jasper is the current Earl of I'm blanking out the name, but yeah, he's a current earl of a place in Surrey, England. So he's out with his sister Isabel one day. He's at the grave of his parents, who's died sadly. So he's at the grave. He's putting some flowers on the grave, thinking about his parents, thinking about the grief and whatnot. His sister is also there, being sad. And then on the way back from the grave, a storm happens, which I mean, storm does happen. And then, while they're in the storm, while they're in their, I suppose it's a cabbage, while they're in their carriage on the way home, they see something in the storm. Well, first Isabel sees something, and then after a while, they get close to the wolf seat. It's a body. It looks like somebody, a human. And I say that human because often a body in English is kind of the word you say for a dead body. They go outside, go closer, and they see no, it's not someone dead, but they are, I mean, lying there on the ground in the storm. Like, okay, so this we have to help you, of course. So they take this person, this woman, young woman, take her in the carriage, and also yeah, Jasper says to his sister, "Go back and tell the doctor we need a doctor." And then for like a few seconds, the woman opens her eyes and says, "Don't let them get me. Don't let them get me." And then she closes her eyes again, and yeah, goes back to sleep, unconsciousness. It's like, okay, someone's after you. Intriguing. They take the woman back to the mansion because, of course, it is a circle romance. There's a mansion or estate. They put her in a guest room. She sleeps, and then she wakes, and then we discover she can remember anything. She has amnesia. Well, she has amnesia in that kind of practical way from books that like she can remember words and whatnot, but she can't remember anything about herself. So first I just like call her the woman and whatnot. After a while they said just call her Jane because Jane Austen. And yeah, I mean who doesn't like Jane Austen? So she becomes Jane. She she's a guest at their house until she can remember who she is, and also because she fell out of they kind of thought okay she probably fell out of her horse because where else how else would she have been in the snow that way? So she has some damage. So a doctor looks after her, and then I know I'm babbling here, but yeah, she needs to recuperate there. So both mentally and physically, she recuperates. Yeah, what happens? She falls in love with the Earl, but of course the Earl falls in love with her as well. Even though I don't want to fall in love with someone else because my fiance died. I'm not gonna fall in love with someone else. But yeah, love happens. And so the story is them falling in love, but also feeling like thinking like who is Jane? Like thinking who she is, and it's lovely. I did honestly I did sometimes I do that. I did take a little check on Goodreads the other day because I'm kind of curious like people what people think about it book. So that's nothing happens in this book. And I'm like, nothing happens. Nothing happens. Two lovely people fall in love. That's what happens. Lots of things happen. I suppose, yeah, it's not like a huge action filled story, but it's a romance book where, I mean, most romance books is very character based. Like, people talk to each other, and that's kind of what happens. And honestly, and also in addition to Jasper and Jane, Jasper has like lots of siblings. He has three sisters. He has three brothers. In addition, well, of course, his other brother died, but like he has some live siblings, and all of those siblings are just yeah, I love them as well. Like they are also so lovely. I'm hoping we're thinking that the next book by Emma Farrell is gonna be some of the siblings in this book. But also, like, if some of the friends get their own love stories, I will also be there for that. But yeah, I mean, this book, it is just amazing, amazing. So the greatest love story. It's just so lovely, great romance. But also, both characters are great in themselves. Like, you feel like they're not just love interests, but they're also like a own character in of themselves. You see the story from both point of view, so dual point of view, which I love. I love it. Yeah, I prefer romances with that dealio, really, that style. But there's also lots of fun banter. There's there's balls, masquerade balls, and also of course this is drama, like mystery of like who is Jane? Who is she? Like no one has told her that no one said like said someone's missing. And also discovered that she knows German and Italian, but not French. So like people would often know French, but also German and Italian. And she can't play instruments, but she can't embroider, but she knows about art and she knows about music. So it's like something she knows, something she doesn't know. Like who is she? Who is she? So yeah, towards the end, we do get information and knowledge about who Jane is. We get her real name, and yeah, so towards the end that happens. And honestly, I didn't love the way that like her past is, what her past is, but I didn't hate it. I feel like because I felt like when her past was revealed, you can kind of guess what will happen, like because A also B and C would happen. But I suppose, as I said before, having something be predictable is not all out bad because if something is predictable but written in a good, entertaining way, I don't care. If it's predictable and boring, that's something else. But this is not boring. This book is far from boring. It's my new favorite book ever, ever, ever. It's, yeah, I love it so, so much. It's an amazing, amazing book. Like, if I ever meet Erin Farrell, I'm gonna give her a huge hug because I love this book so much. Yeah, it's an amazing read. It's just a perfect read from start to finish. I love it so much. I have zero complaints, as you see, zero complaints. I needed to make this video today to gush about it because if you like historical romance, you have to read it. You can't not read it. You have to read it. It's amazing. You will read it. Like historical romance, I would say check it out because it's just two people falling in love and being amazing, and yeah, it's an amazing, amazing read. So yeah, if you have a library close to you, or if you have a gift certificate or from Christmas, or if you have some money left over in your bank account, buy this book. You will not regret it. If you will, I I will not believe it. Really, that's what you'll laugh not like it. But honestly, I love this book so freaking much. It's amazing, amazing. So yeah, have you ever read any good books lately? And overall, if you see this, hi, I love your book. And yeah, bye.